This week I did a Cinema Snob episode on Terrifier from 2016, purely a coincidence since the second one comes out this weekend, or totally not a coincidence. As I said in that video, the 2016 one is a very entertaining film that's stylish, gory as hell with great special effects, and most importantly gave us an extremely memorable new slasher villain, Art the Clown. It is hard to come up with a new slasher character that totally lands. It's not impossible, but it ain't easy. And this one did it with a great mixture of horror and humor where Art the Clown could make you laugh and make you scared all in the same scene. And the sequel, Terrifier 2, is in theaters now, and it's even better than the first. I really love this film. It has an opening that picks up where the first one leaves off, and they already give you things you never quite thought you'd see a slasher villain do, like how in the first one where he just pulls out a gun and shoots a girl. In the opening of this one, his clothes are all bloody, so he's gotta go to the laundromat and wash his suit while sitting there reading the paper and playing patty cake with his imaginary friend. Who, by the way, his clown sidekick is creepy as hell in this. A majority of it takes place a year later, as the movie goes the extreme sequel route. Seriously, you can spot a little love for Slumber Party Massacre 2 and Sleepaway Camp 2 in this film, right down to having its own I'm a Happy Camper type song about a clown cafe. But while those two movies are definitely fun and memorable, they do feel like they're in a completely different universe than the first. That isn't the case with this one. It still feels like the same world as the previous, just heavily expanded on, and again balances the humor and the horror very well to the point to where you feel guilty as hell for laughing. It really builds on what was set up in the first and explores the world of this town more, and gets into the lore of Art the Clown, without ever over-explaining things. You see more of what his powers are here, and it drops hints of his past, but it still leaves things vague and lets some info come out naturally. The acting is solid, with a great lead character, and even the side characters stand out too. I love one guy in the costume shop who sees Art bothering people and creeping out our lead, and the employee is like, sir, will you stop messing around? I love the angry, cursing mom who's had enough of her kids holding dead possums in school and also having dreams that cause them to set the room on fire. From the characters to the story, everything gets a chance to shine here, especially David Hoard Thornton, who shows off even more of his mime skills, and it's an outstanding performance with both physical comedy and being 100% sinister as hell. There is something hilarious about a slasher villain with an ankle holster and a tiny shotgun. This character is just sadistically delightful. There's a scene where he hands out Halloween candy to kids, with the candy being stuffed into a severed head. It also makes great use of its running time. It set out to make a slasher with an epic runtime, and it does just that. It is near 2.5 hours long, and I was never sitting there like, okay, this can be cut or this can be trimmed. No, each scene builds upon the last. It keeps the action going, the humor going, the tension going, and it uses the time wisely to really build on these characters, their relationships, and their backstories. Between the cinematography and the musical score and the wildly impressive effects, they made an old-school slasher here, with a bit of trauma thrown in and an Italian exploitation film. Seriously, people get it bad in this. There's one death scene that makes the ones from the New York Ripper look like a TV edit. I'll give the movie an A. I love that this is in theaters, especially during Halloween. It's perfect for going to see at a really late show. And it's an unpredictable film. It can go from feeling like a slasher film to Red Sonja like that. Thanks for watching, everyone, and be sure to check out our other review of the week for Lyle Crocodile, and we'll see you next time.